This video is sponsored by War Thunder. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. I recently read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Marcus was the emperor of Rome for 19 years, and Meditations is a collection of translated personal notes from this ruler. While I was reading these notes, I could not help but to constantly apply them in my head to Counter-Strike. Applying the Stoic thoughts and lessons of a Roman ruler from 2,000 years ago to a video game may come off as a bit silly. But to me, and I'm sure you share this sentiment, Counter-Strike is more than just a way to pass the time. This is a game that has ensnared me and hundreds of thousands of others with its unforgiving competitiveness. A near-perfect platform for the optimal mix of strategy, mechanics, and mental strength. We tend to focus on the first two of those while often disregarding our mental health or resilience. That's what this video is for. To make this game more fun for you, to help you improve faster, and to give you tools to keep you steady for when you are struggling. A common issue I see CS players face, including myself, is accepting the dichotomy of control. We can divide the things in our life into two simple categories: things that are within our ability to control and things that are not. Let's first acknowledge what we can control when we play a game of CS. We can control our decision making, our thoughts, what we buy, where we play, our mechanics, and very importantly, how we communicate. We can't control our teammates' behavior, how our opponents play, nor can we control technical issues, cheaters in our games, and often have little control over even what map we play. So, now that we've acknowledged what is within our control and what is out of our control, we have to accept it. Think about how much of your anger within Counter-Strike has been concentrated on these things beyond your control. My teammate is baiting, this guy is toxic, or maybe my opponent is playing in a stupid way. When you commit your emotions, your thoughts, your mental effort into these things that are outside of your influence, it detracts from the things that are within it. And the more you focus on these external factors, the more anger, frustration, and resentment you're going to feel. You can hold your breath until you turn blue, but they'll still go on doing it. And these emotions will not go away unless you acknowledge them, and then shift your focus back to yourself. Concentration on the things you can't control not only takes power away from the things you can control, but also results in frustration and having less fun. And at the end of the day, we want to have fun. Speaking of fun, the sponsor of today's video is War Thunder. You've probably heard of War Thunder before, and that's for good reason. Available on PC and consoles, it is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made. Now, what do I mean by comprehensive? Well, there are over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships from 10 major nations for you to command. From biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s to fighter jets and battle tanks of today. What truly makes War Thunder special are the details. Detailed vehicles, realistic graphics, and authentic sound effects combined to put you in the driver's seat of powerful war machines. These machines are meticulously modeled down to their individual components such as engines, fuel tanks, weapons, and crew. This allows for the super cool damage X-ray view, where you can see precisely how your vehicle or your enemy's vehicle was destroyed. With all of this complexity, one would think you'd need a NASA supercomputer to play it. Wrong! On the in-house developed Dagor engine, War Thunder is heavily optimized to allow a lag-free, high FPS, and a high-quality visual experience even on lower-end machines. I loved the arcade mode, which is high-paced action that satisfies my Gen Z brain. Dive into an endless pool of high-quality content and join the 70 million War Thunder players in epic PvP battles today. War Thunder is free to play on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Sign up using my link in the video description or pinned comment to get the massive bonus pack available for new or returning players that haven't played in at least 6 months across all platforms. Along with other premium vehicles and exclusive vehicle decor, you get the Vehicle Decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium account. This is a limited time offer, so go get it now using my link. Let's take a toxic teammate, for example. You can't help that they're mean and are toxic. That is completely beyond your control. So we have to accept that. When our goal is to win the game, Demote this toxic teammate to a variable rather than the center of your focus. Think about what is within your control that you can use to overcome this adversity. Well, you can control how you communicate. You could mute them because it's unlikely that any information they give you will be more beneficial than their toxicity is detrimental to your focus. Asking your teammates to do the same is not a bad idea. You could also try to play the role of the moderator, where you don't mute the toxic player and instead step up as someone who diminishes their toxicity by defending your teammates and providing positive encouragement. You could also just focus on your game, on having as much positive impact on the result as you can. Regardless of what you do, the worst thing you can do is to feed into their toxicity, letting it control you and affect the things that you can control negatively. So other people hurt me, that's their problem. Their character and actions are not mine. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do. It's remarkable the impact a number on our screen has over our emotions. Whether it be Faceit Elo or Premier points, this number is a source of a lot of toxicity, frustration, and anxiety. What is it that makes us so dedicated to seeing this number go up? Maybe it's personal satisfaction. Seeing the number go up feels good because we feel vindicated that we are a good player. And seeing the number go down feels bad because it's telling us that we are a worse player than what we want to be. Or maybe we care about this number so much because of the social aspect. The fear of judgment from others about our rating can be a lot. For most, it's probably a mix of the two. And these two pressures, personal vindication and social status, are, let's face it, a result of pride. Whether it be that this number gives us pride because we take it as an accurate reflection of us as a player, or that our friends' perception of this number gives us pride. As Marcus says, pride is a master of deception. When you think you're occupied in the weightiest business, that's when he has you in his spell. Playing to not lose, frustration at teammates because they are the ones taking your elo away from you, feeling like you are not good enough or are going to be judged harshly due to the number on your screen. These things occur when we pour our emotion into the outward-facing elo or rank. Instead, look and value inwards, your improvement over time and your impact on games. These are the things that truly matter. I want you to think for a second, what rank or elo were you 2 weeks ago? How about 2 months ago? What about a year ago? Do you care or have an emotional attachment to those numbers if you can even remember them? Because I don't. Now imagine yourself 2 months from now. Would future you give a fuck about what rank you are now? No. Our pride in the current moment makes us obsessed about our elo, but when we broaden the time span, what really matters is your improvement. Separate yourself from these arbitrary ratings and instead focus on yourself. Are you improving at the game? Are you learning? Are you having fun? When you let go of your emotional attachment to your rank, you open space to focus on things that, in 2 months from now, will actually benefit you. Our inward power, when it obeys nature, reacts to events by accommodating itself to what it faces, to what is possible. It pursues its own aims as circumstances allow. It turns obstacles into fuel. Okay, I get that this video has been, a bit melodramatic, but if there's one thing to take away from it, this is probably it. You have the power to mentally overcome whatever obstacles this game throws at you. If you focus on the things that you can control and accept the things that you can't, then you can always take solace in the fact that you did what was within your power to give your team a chance to win the game. I want you to look at the most frustrating things in CS2 as obstacles. They are in your path, and you need to navigate around them or through them. And if you face an obstacle that is impossible to overcome, then that's reality. A spin botter on the other team is an obstacle, but not one I have the tools to beat. I can be as angry as I'd like, but that anger does not change reality. Let's say I feel like the players on my team are bad players. What can I do to improve their play and increase our chances of winning? Well, I could tell them they're bad at the game and are noobs, or I could backseat them and tell them everything they're doing wrong. Does this help? No. Instead, accept that they are who they are and that they will play in the way that they play. There's nothing you can do to make them meet your expectations. So, accommodate. Maybe call some plays for the team. Organize a default. Observe how they're playing and how you could support them or play off of them. If you want to improve and to have a better time playing CS, then don't detest obstacles. See them as what they are and try to find solutions. Look, I don't have a philosophy degree, clearly. I'm an internet goober who read one book. If you watch me stream, I'm far from the pinnacle of Stoicism. And honestly, I don't want to be. Being a perfect Stoic doesn't sound very fun. But there's a lot to be learnt from Marcus that will make playing this game more enjoyable. And in the end, I want to remind you that this game is supposed to be fun, and that the others you meet and play with are also just trying to have fun. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Remember, nothing belongs to you but your flesh and blood, and nothing else is under your control. Again, a huge thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Go play it for free using my link in the pinned comment or description. Remember, new players or those who haven't played in 6 months receives the massive bonus pack across all platforms, which includes multiple premium vehicles, in-game currency, snazzy vehicle decor, and more. A huge thank you, as always, to my channel members who allow me to be a goober on the internet. Thank you, guys. Please consider subscribing for more content like this and to also get my streams in your feed. I stream here on YouTube. It's very cool. Join my Discord and have a wonderful day. Thank you.